water. 구사유는 구사유는 구아원 뭐뭐 뭐뭐 我喺富田是否查了我落藥？Welcome back, welcome back. Another day of stay streaming. Subscribe, comment, drop a like if you haven't. Did the tracking turn off? Did it? Yesterday or the day before, we were doing the live data with data binding to update the score and word count for the Unscramble app. Let's continue. It's basically adding observer to make sure that when the score or the word count changes, some action happens and the text gets updated. Real binding. Did we do this? So we're doing view binding before, now I'm going to change it to data binding. Basically, view binding is basically like individual pieces of code tying to elements of the screen. Data binding library is also a part of Android Talkback library. Data binding binds to your component in your layout as two data sources in your app using a declarative format. You should learn data in the code lab. In simple terms, data binding is bind data from code to views, plus view binding. Examples using new real binding. So this is binding, and then unscramble where the text field of it gets changed. Excuse me. And then the above example shows how to use data binding library to assign app data to views widget directly in the layout file. This one basically just evaluates it, I think. Change real binding to data binding. So last time we enable this part. Convert layout file to data binding layout. Data binding layout files is slightly different and start with a root text layout followed by optional. Okay. We did this last time and then convert this to a data binding layout directly. Beginning of the on create, we'll change the instantiation of binding variable to use data binding. Rather than inflate, wait, it's to use the inflate. I use data binding rather than the game fragment binding, which is the view binding. Game fragment on create view. Okay, it's already data binding. That's good. Next, add data binding variables. The properties in the layout files to access the app data from view model. You will initialize the layout variables in the code. in the game from an XML markup language, so that a child type variable. What do this tag? What is tags? Like markups. Sounds like a little bit different from Kotlin, which is not surprising because the suffix is XML, because you can access these variables. Came from XML. Inside data. Although, how do I even check? I guess when you compile to find out. Came from at the beginning of one new created method. Initialize the layout variables. Max number of parts. God damn it. I'll catch a cold. My floor. From at the beginning of one new creative method, initialize layout variables. Gaming model and max words. So this creates two variables. And then you update it. Hey, welcome back, girlfriend. Go do homework. LiveData is life cycle over observable. So to pass the life cycle owner to the layout. Basically, like what life cycle it follows. Guess I do that right below. On we created like right below the binding. Game fragment. Hey, welcome back, synthetic brown sugar. Good to see you. Just came back from a long vacation, getting back in shape, both physically and academically. How's life? Haven't talked to you much recently. Oh man. Man. Now I know why one of my videos has so much views. It's the possible environments for C. Yeah, there's so much Linux, PC, Mac, etc. Nice. Glad you're doing Android as well, and full stack, of course. I feel like over the past how many years, I feel like for CS it's best to use a Linux or a Mac, but for everything else it's best to use a Windows. I'm trying to stay like matching the course configuration. It's pretty wise. I'm taking a remote full stack interview prep course and a calling Android Dev 1. They should take about 10. Holy shit. That's 50 hours. Man. Don't know what to tell you, man. It's quite a commitment, especially if you have other responsibilities. Yeah, I feel a lot of the command line stuff, or the environment just more suited for CS. Like for example, you have to go through what's that called? WSL, Windows Subsystem for Linux, to do a lot of the commands that show up in course assignments. Which is the reason why I bought a Mac. And on top of that, if you want to develop both for Android and iOS, I think you kind of have to have a Mac to develop for iOS, unless you do like Flutter, which is cross-platform. But one of both of them conclude over, so I can start bigger engineering. Nice. Oh, it sounds like you're working already. I'm working too, but I'm much less hungry than you are. So you're definitely ahead of the game and pushing yourself. Yeah, I'm engineering by training, and a very proud Harvard mechanical. Though actually, when in school, I already did like 30% of embedded programming, so I'm probably the most software engineer among the mechanical engineers, if that makes sense. Man, girl, those nights will pay off eventually, like sooner or later. Remember when I was in school, most of my sleep nights is like 2 to 3 a.m. as well, like problem sets just one after another. But hey, like, I don't know if it will make you feel better, but eventually when you do more and more of this, you just get better and better, and then you absorb faster and faster, and then you sleep earlier and earlier. And I'm pretty sure you heard this already. While you're doing that remote full stack course and the Android course, I think it's wise to do a few algorithm questions like LeetCode and binary search. Binary search as in the website, not the algo. So I think that would be helpful. As a matter of fact, a lot of my friends didn't study any of the full stack stuff. They just go straight to LeetCode. They still got offers. It's kind of a unhealthy industry practice, if you ask me. But gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But I admired your dedication. Like, course, I heard good things about that too. No, I spent like 1 hour after work. I'm only half dead already. 2 courses after full work. That's just another level. Respect. And get back to this. Use binding expressions. Binding expressions are written with the layout in the attribute properties. Reference the layout properties. Layout properties are declared at the top of the data binding layout. Let's bind those expressions. Let's do this. As a matter of fact, even though I'm not reading this now, I probably forget 60% of it until I use it again. It's an evil cycle. At the end of the day, I'm just going to go to Stack Overflow and then look for solutions, or use past example code and piece things together. That part is a declared top of the data body. We are the variable. We're not independent variable change the DB library, run binding expressions, and this updates the view. Change the is great optimization for which you get for free. Use the data binding library. In the attribute properties, it's like a lot of fancy word for this thing might change and connect this to. Bind the current vertex field to the LiveData object. Yep. The LiveData would change, and then you just want to make sure this field gets updated when it changes. That's all binding is, it seems. To the text view, unscramble word. Text view. In the previous step, we did H2XML, did the game model, and this was on the text view of where game fragment, because we kind of like borrowing from the idea of view binding, where each element has a line of text. You just need to find that line of text and then edit the property. Unscramble word. Game model. Interesting. Let's rather observe. We did a data bind. What's the advantage? They look like they do the same things to me. Game fragment. Remove the view model current. This one, I think. Okay. So before I think they did the observer. But now they use a data binding paradigm or structure. Let's see if it runs. Skip. Hmm? The word didn't change. I'm not sure this works. Inside the data, I have two variables, and then a game fragment. Unreal created. So this one is real model. Should I do this one? I think I might skip this one accidentally. So it didn't follow the life cycle properly. Let's try this. Baby, one more time. Skip, I want the word change. Yeah, it did. Good. What's this? Aries. Arise. Skip. Very good. Though. It's a similar thing. Finding expression you refer abstracts with the following syntax. So add the big parentheses means the value, I think. Excuse me. Let's say user does name is a resource parameter in the body expression. The user is a layout variable. In this step, you add binding expressions to the score and more context views passing in source parameters. This step is similar to what you did for text view unscramble word above. This is similar to what we did. This is to another text view. Just like how we did this one. Verto canto. Guess I change that. Word count, game model, current word count. This is the formatted string with these two variables to put into the blanks. Update text attribute score text view. Lacking. Wow. Only LiveData because I already did this. What's that called? Binding. No wonder it gave me squiggly lines. That means these lines are not perfect. Together. Ishoni. Skip. Dulu. Run. Skip. Exit. Okay. Works properly. I like that. I'm kind of lazy to do this. No, we don't want to do this. Good, next scramble. Fragment model, let's see. You don't use detach anymore? Wow. Get next scramble word. Where's over list? Give me a model, one cleared. Really? They're not used? Let's run it again. Logic. No. Coilio. Oh no. DD. Really? That's a word? Oh, God. DYT. TID. Tidy. Oh. Yao. Gao. Gayo. Yow. I don't care. Okay. Solution goal summary. LiveData. Perhaps different things like strings and numbers. Servable, so you can attach the observer to it and notify the changes, and it changes. And they attach it to the to a view element. And this is how you call it. And then when it changes, it will know what life cycle it should be in and do things. And instead of the observer, we can just bind the data to the elements. Use the layout and the attribute properties. And the individual properties, because it's like, think of it as an additional layer to view binding. View binding creates an element mapping to a line of code, and in that line of code I added data in. Cool. Let's just take a look at so you have LiveData. After you create it, what do you do to it? Use the value. So I guess it contains other properties as well. What field does it have? Yeah, value. Really? Cool. That's the end of this collab. And Arigato, welcome back. Into the quiz next. Welcome back. Good to see you. Haven't seen you for 1 week plus. Because I haven't streamed for 1 week plus. I feel like I can pass this quiz. Welcome back. Another day of session. Please subscribe, comment, drop a like if you haven't. Today, we finished the architecture components, collabs. Now let's do quiz. Let's go. It's about the LiveData, view model, data, yeah, stuff like that. View model in this data can survive orientation change. I don't think it can. That's why you do it. View model allows you to separate code that updates the UI from code that doesn't need to rely on the UI or lifecycle. Yep. The model prevents your data from updating the UI. What? You can bind them. A view model is destroyed after visual following. I don't even know what the third line says. You should execute time-consuming tasks and I will requesting your activity and fragments. Probably not, right? They runs, it keeps getting updated and then keeps being destroyed and put back. It's best to, and then they have a limited life. Whereas if doing data, you can kind of save it pseudo permanently, at least until you try to turn on the app. So it should be false. I should initialize and store LiveData in your view model instead of a UI controller. Okay, the lifecycle aware. I don't know why number 2 is right, but it looks like 1 and 3 are right, so I'm gonna pick all of the above. Which of the following allows you to use observe for changes in the LiveData object? Boom, shakalaka. Show us it's okay for a view model directly reference a view or lifecycle owner class. Yeah. I was using LiveData, but pretty shit. It's not. One and 2, I guess. Use observer change LiveData object. Okay, for view model directly reference a view. All I guess. Better be 6 out of 6. Still? Really? Well, I know the answer is the third one then. Honestly, I don't know if that's even the correct sentence. Cool. What am I doing now? Just keep grinding away at this this course. We are pretty far along, I think. Let me turn off the recording. See you next video. Let's see how far are we. Android basics in coding. Like almost halfway done with the course. I had a good day. Finished 2 things today. Half a collab and then the quiz. Not too much weird bugs encountered during the collab, so that's definitely a good day. Alright, time to get off. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.